Hi, guys, and welcome back to a new episode of A Girl's Reflections. And the topic of today is the scarcity mindset and the power of attraction, and how to use the universe to our advantage. Today, I want to talk about something that changed the way I see life and especially the way I deal with money and abundance, our relationship with money, and that we want to attract as a direct connection to the way we think and feel. I learned this for the first time when I read the book The Secret and understood how the law of attraction works. And this concept is simple, but it deeply affects our way of being. And I will explain how it transformed my mindset, especially in relation to money. The law of attraction says that what we focus our energy and thoughts on is exactly what we attract into our lives. When I started to realize this, I was kind of shocked because after all, how often are we thinking about what we don't want instead of focusing on what we do want? We spend our lives wasting energy thinking about what we lack, about the bills that are coming in, about what we don't want to happen. And the strangest thing is that, in a way, we are sending precisely these messages to the universe. Here's the point that made all the difference for me is that the universe doesn't understand no. When we say, I don't want to live without money, or I don't want this situation for myself, what it understands is I want to live without money, or I want this situation for myself. In other words, the word no is kind of lost, and the focus remains on what we don't want. This was one of the most frustrating things that I learned because although it is powerful, it is difficult to put into practice. After all, whenever we think about what we lack, that is what the universe gives us back, creating a cycle. The more we think about not having money, the more money seems to disappear from our hands. We start to believe that there is never enough because that is the energy we are putting out into the universe. The focus is on the I don't have and the I can't, and this keeps us stuck in a cycle of scarcity. To change this dynamic, we have to reframe our thoughts and words. Instead of saying, I don't want to be in lack, we should say, I want to be in abundance. Instead of thinking, I don't want to go to this place with these people, we should focus on, I want to go to a place that makes me feel good with people I enjoy being with. It sounds simple, but it's a constant exercise because we are used to think about what we don't want. So the key is to take the first step. Stop and reframe. The truth is that in order to change the way we think and manifest things, we need to be very careful with our words, desires, and thoughts. As I have learned throughout this process, I cannot let thoughts of scarcity take over me. How can I do this? By practicing awareness of each thought, choosing to focus on what I want instead of what I want to avoid. And yes, I know it's not something that happens overnight, but it's like a journey, one step at a time. And every day that I choose to focus on what I want and not on what I lack, I'm creating my reality and I'm attracting a little more abundance and pushing scarcity away. This journey of self discovery also made me understand the roots of the scarcity mentality. I grew up in a family where money was always counted for essentials. Bills were what had to be paid, and there was always this constant hurry about where the next money would come from. And of course, this directly impacts the way I myself began to view money. Like the mentality was always, I don't have money for this, I can buy that. And because I was always focused on the lack, that was exactly what I attract, lack of money. This is the cycle that many of us want to get out of, but it seems so difficult because we are constantly being pulled into the same pattern. If I want to change this reality, I have to start here. Learn to think about what I want and not about what I don't want. Replace I don't want to be short of money with I want to live in financial abundance, or I want to always have enough to live comfortably. Because the way we think and speak in is what little by little creates our reality, and we need to be aware that the universe is always listening and that it will respond to what we are vibrating. And it is not easy, and perhaps that is why few people are able to use this knowledge to their advantage to build the life they truly desire. But I have learned that even if it is not an easy or quick path, it is a process. And this process begins with each thought and each word. If this is the path I want to follow, then each day I will strive to focus on what I desire rather than what I fear. I will learn to break the cycle of scarcity and focus on abundance. And in the end, it all comes down to this: knowing that the power to attract and manifest what we desire lies within us. It is our responsibility. It is not easy, but it's possible. And each day, with each positive thought, we will build the reality we want. Because deep down, the key to abundance is right here, in our words, in our thoughts, and in the way we choose to see the world. And this was the message of today. I hope you enjoyed to listen to this episode. Don't forget to check the other ones if you haven't done it yet. So, yeah, that's all. I hope you enjoy it and see you in the next one. Bye.